Yeah, he's getting agitated now. He doesn't like being away from his girls.
Hey guys, Ben here with Stringer Bridge Farm. Today we're going to be separating the bulls from the herd. All right, so on our farm we like to do low stress handling of our animals, and today we're going to be separating out the bulls. And there's a couple of ways we do that here on our farm. So you could see we're kind of in the area where we have our catch pen and our working equipment. And ultimately what we're going to try to do is get the bulls into one of the small corrals where we can hold them, and then we're going to move the cow herd across the farm where they're pretty much out of earshot of the bulls, so it'll help the bulls settle down right away. So a couple different ways to do that. You know, we have young bulls here, so we're going to try the easy way first. But when you have a mature bull, they're very difficult to separate from the herd. So normally you can't drive them any distance, and I'm talking, you know, in here I've got to move them maybe 100 feet. A mature bull, a lot of times even that's difficult to do. So we have young bulls. We're going to try the easy way first, which is I'm just going to try to drive these bulls gently with some pressure into the catch pen. If that doesn't work, what we'll do is we'll move the entire cow herd with the bulls into the catch pen, and we'll sort the cows out away from the bulls. So hopefully we don't have to do that method, but we're going to get started and see how it goes here. All right, so before we move the cow herd, what we're going to do is we're going to go make sure the pasture that we're putting them in is all properly prepared. So we're going to put up a couple lines of electric fence, make sure they got a hay bale in there, and then we're going to drag these troughs over and get these cows as far away from these bulls as we can possibly get them on our farm. This is still one of my cheap original electric reels where they don't have their own hooks to hang on the fence, so I just use a little bungee cord and it seems to work just fine. Alright, so this is one of my newer reels. I kind of got these from, I saw Russ Wilson was using them, and these are the little reels from Ken Cove, the mini reels. So they're light, so they're pretty easy to kind of hang on fences. I really wouldn't want to use one of these if I had a really long run for electric wire, but they seem to work fine for these little short runs like we do, 300 to 500 feet. And just hook my little jumper and I got a fence. And so we just want to get this little area ready for the cow herd before we sort the bulls and move the cows into this new pastures. Yeah, that's him. All right, so we're starting with the youngest, this little bull calf we got. Figured he'd be the easiest, so I got him into the big pen. Now I'm gonna squeeze him down into a smaller area so I can open this big pen gate back up and try with the next bull. So let's see if we can get him in there. All right, we got him in a little alley, so now we can open everything back up and see if we can't catch our second animal. All right, so we got the bull calf. Now I got a 1-year-old Hereford bull, so he's next up. I think he'll be pretty easy to catch. So.
Here comes your steer right behind you. Okay.
right, so same dance there. We got him penned up in the spot where we can hold him until we get the cow herd moved. And now we got the almost 2-year-old bull, that South Pole bull. I'm expecting he'll be a little bit more of a challenge, so we'll see if we can get him moved the same way without having to pin this whole herd.
Okay guys, so Ben is trying now to get the South Pole bull. He's getting a little bit nervous. Bull doesn't know what's happening here. Oh yeah, he's getting agitated now. He doesn't like being away from his girls. Oh. And there you go. That's how we do it. Run, Ben! It's like he knew exactly where to go. That is so weird. Okay, that couldn't have gone any easier.
Wow, that went incredibly easy. It never works out quite that good.
Like never. Now push him out of your way. Push him out of your way. Whoa. Now we got everybody in there, huh?
Alright, so that worked out really well. And I'm leaving them in the alley for a good reason, because I'm actually going to use some feed to move the cow herd, because we've got to go clear across the farm. There'll be a lot of bellowing and commotion, so I want these bulls in the most secure spot I have until we get that whole herd outside of earshot. So everything worked out great. That was really a lot easier than I thought it would be. Very uneventful, and you know, hopefully we don't have any trouble moving the cow herd all the way across the farm. So we'll get to that in just a second. Let's a little look at our South Pole bull. He's coming around. He's looking really nice. So he's almost 2 years old, and he's actually starting to really look like a bull. Yeah. But yeah, I think he's a good looking animal. So I'm glad we went with that breed. We picked him. I think he's really going to work out for us. So that's comparison. That's a Hereford. I'm guessing the bull's got a little bit of size on this little Hereford bull, but he's actually a good bit older. So just kind of shows the difference in some of these breeds, where I think there's a lot of merit to Herefords, but I really want to get into the crossbreeding, and I'd love to have animals that can really perform well on grass. And I think this bull will help us for maybe a couple of generations, where we get 2 or 3 sets of his calves on the ground, and we may switch again either to a different breed or just another South Pole, depending how everything goes. And then we got the small guy over here who we're going to keep as just an insurance bull, or maybe a heifer bull if these guys get too big. But I think South Pole, he's definitely going to get an opportunity. Hereford, we're still kind of in the air on him. And that's my cameraman for the day. Woman, that's my wife, Jackie. We're mostly a grass-fed operation, but we do occasionally give our herd some feed. And it's mostly for times like this, where I've got to move these cows across the whole farm. You know, they easily rotate with fresh grazing, but if I got to cross multiple paddocks and get them all the way to our furthest field, it really comes in handy to have them trained where they know what feed is. And I'm hoping that when I take off on the four-wheeler, dragging these troughs, that they'll chase me across the field, and I can get them in the field I want them to be in, which is the furthest one away from these bulls. So let's see how this goes. Come on, y'all. Come on. that went pretty easy. You can see we got the bulls separated, we got the cows moved, we got them, it's not the best pasture in the world, but we got some fresh ryegrass for them to eat on here, some hay, and they're about as far away from our bulls as we can get them, so hopefully the bulls will lose interest and won't put too much pressure on our fences where they're penned up at. Let's see, she's talking to her baby.
Oh yeah?
They bonded. Two behind.
There's the baby! What are you doing?
Small fry. So last thing for today is we got to turn these bulls loose. We're going to keep them in this small little pen for maybe about a week, just because it's probably our most secure area for these bulls. And once they've kind of given up on trying to get to the cows, we'll let them into a little bit bigger pasture where they can get some grazing. So turn them loose. Go. That's pretty much it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.